Okay, welcome back, art fans. Today we're looking at a pair of great paintings by Igor Pantuhoff, who is, of course, well known as a surrealist of the surrealist painter of the 1950s and 60s, and he's famous today for his portraits of paintings of young women, very attractive women, or I should say young women, girls, with big eyes. This was kind of became known as the big eye genre of the 1960s. There were some painters like Margaret Keane and others that really popularized this genre. And Pantuhoff was very successful in 1950s and 1960s. He died in 1972, I believe. And back then, he was paintings were collected really by kind of what we might refer to today as sort of the international jet set, the Palm Beach, Hollywood, Palm Springs crowd. A lot of celebrities and entertainers were collecting this type of art. As you can see, there is some surrealist imagery. There's the pearl, a little keyhole, so we see a little perspective there. And what is that? It looks like a little flower. This painting, by the way, and the others are in excellent condition. It came from a Palm Beach estate where it was really with the same owner since it was purchased in 1963, I believe, and I do have a receipt somewhere. As you can see, this painting is signed Igor Pantuhoff. Some of his later paintings were just signed Igor. Now, what's really interesting about this painting, and by this is not really the best light, it's kind of indirect New York City light. Maybe not the best lighting we have today. So it's a little, I guess we have some decent light. Anyway, so Igor Pantuhoff was born in Russia. He came to the United States let me just show you the other painting while we're here. In the 1930s, I believe, and he studied modern art with Hans Hofmann, who really was pioneer and critical in bringing modern art painting techniques to the United States. You know, really, so all of abstract painters, whether it's Jackson Pollock, Mark Rothko, you know, really everybody came through Hans Hofmann, or was influenced in one way or the other by Hans Hofmann. But this is a fantastic painting, part of the pair of paintings. These are, by the way, 24 inches by 20, so it's a very large painting for Igor Pantuhoff, 24 inches high, 20 inches wide. And now this painting, we can see in the hat here is some really very detailed brushwork, like heavy impasto. There's a little loose brushwork here, sort of like a Raoul Dufay type of look. And there is, of course, signed Igor Pantuhoff. It's kind of cute. I don't know if you can see the label here. Its title is Amore, Igor Pantuhoff. Same exact frame. Again, both paintings are in excellent condition. And Igor Pantuhoff came to New York. He was living with Lee Krasner, who was his lover at the time, and he decided to become a portrait painter of the rich and famous. Moved out to Hollywood in the 50s. Did a lot of celebrity portraits. Everybody from the Rockefellers to the Mr. Lipton, was it, I guess, Captain Lipton of Lipton's Tea. So Lee Krasner, later we know her as the wife of Jackson Pollock. So Lee Krasner also, of course, a great painter in her own right. Some of her better works today sell for somewhere in the high six, low seven figures. So she really had great taste in artists. So I think today, we might consider Igor Pantuhoff. His kind of paintings have been put into like a kind of like a kitsch or collector category, whereas in reality, they're not. They're actually he was a relatively serious painter, kind of in the sort of Raoul Dufay surrealist French modern 50s 60s style painting. Give you an example here. Coincidentally, I hung this up next to another painting of early 1960s, 1962. This is Andre Brasilier, who was really well-known and highly collected painter, well-known for his equestrian style portraits. And so these paintings are essentially of the same period, and they were actually most likely sold really through the same types of galleries, same types of dealers. These pair of Pantuhoffs were sold through the Findlay Galleries of Palm Beach, and this painting coincidentally came from a major art collector who founded the Sara Lee Corporation, huge collector, died in the 90s. His name escapes me now, of course, while I'm doing this video. But he had huge collection of modern impressionist art. And this painting today is valued maybe 30,000-40,000. Pantuhoff today, in painting of this quality, maybe 2,000, 3,000. Back in the early 60s, the gap was significantly smaller. Pantuhoffs were selling for about $500, which is obviously the that was a lot of money back in the 60s, and this was going for probably around 2,000, maybe a little bit less. Anyway, these paintings are in excellent condition, very highly desirable, and one of the things, just to give you an idea of perspective, I'm gonna see if I can get the picture of this couch into the picture. So this is basically like a love seat type of couch, if you will, and here's the painting. So as you can see, pretty decent size over that couch. So getting back to, we're going to take one last look at this great painting here to show you some detail. Wow. Really great. Anyway, these are very attractive young women here, and hopefully you'll be lucky enough to bring them home with you.